Today's section is creating names in Excel sheet. Create names in Excel sheet. Here I am taking sample Excel sheet. Row 1, row 2, row 3 and column A, column B and column C. In A1 cell, I am taking the field as name and B1 cell designation. In C1 cell salary. In name box, here I am creating the name as P and Q. P's designation is manager and Q's designation is accountant. And here I am taking another row and the another person name is R and he is a clerk. And salary. Manager salary is an 25,000 and accountant salary is 15,000 and clerk salary is 10,000. This is the data I am entered in the Excel sheet. After entering data, select the column, A column. That means I am selecting from A2 only. I am selecting A2, A3 and A4. Up to A4 I am selecting. And I am clicking on this A2 cell and dragging towards the downward direction. A2, A3, A4 are selected. After selecting the cells, here you can find one name box and this is the formula bar. After selecting data in the Excel sheet, it will display A2 in the name box. Why it is displaying the A2 in name box means here the first cell is an A2 cell. That cell reference will be displayed in the name box. Okay. There is a shortcut way to create a names in Excel sheet. What is the shortcut way? Means place the mouse pointer at the name box and click on this name box. After clicking on the name box, then one cursor will be appeared on your name box and erase this A2 from the name box and then write some name in this box. That means I am creating a name with record. I am writing record from my keyboard. I am typing letters from my keyboard and creating a name as record. After creating record name, then you can see the record in this name box and then I am going to the name manager dialog box. For that purpose, I have to click on the formula menu. That means if I am clicking on the formula menu, then you can find one name manager option. Clicking on this name manager option. That means I am selecting this name manager option. Then one dialog box will be appeared. This dialog box is a name manager dialog box. This is name manager dialog box. You can see some buttons here. The first one is the new button and the second one is edit button. And third one is the delete button and the last one is filter. You can see one down arrow mark also in the filter. And here it will display the records which you created within the name manager. By using shortcut key, I created a name manager with the title as record. that will be displayed in the name manager. Here name is, I'm created the name as record. Record is displayed here, and the values. What are the values I'm created means, I'm selected means, in name I created the PQR names in this column, and I am selected these columns in the Excel sheet. These are the values. That means P, Q, R are the values. And you can see one close button in this name manager dialog box. First select the formula menu bar and then select name manager. One dialog box will be appeared. This is the name manager dialog box. In this name manager dialog box, you can see buttons like new, edit, delete and filter. And already created names will be displayed on this name manager. That is, created name is in record and selected values are P, Q and R. If you want to edit this name, then click on the edit button. Then edit button dialog box will be appeared. In this edit button dialog box, here you can see name, scope and comment. Name, scope and comment. At last, you can see two buttons like OK button and cancel button. Edit button dialog box. Here in this name, already created name will be appeared in this box. That means created name is record. I want to edit this name and click on this name box. Cursor will be appeared here and then write some name over here. If you want to replace the total name means replace it. If you want to just adjust something means click on this and place the cursor over here and then write something. I am creating this as a record 2. I am giving this name as record 2. After giving the name in the name manager dialog box or edit dialog box, click on the OK button. Scope and comment section I am leaving as an empty. If you want to write something in this, you can add it and at last click on the OK button. If you are clicking on the OK button, then automatically the record will be changed to new name. Old name will be replaced with new name. The new name is recorded to end. If you are clicking on the OK button, this name will be changed over in the name box and as well as this dialog box will be appeared like this. And in this dialog box also name will be changed to record 2 and then close this dialog box. This is the way to edit the name in Excel sheet. And the next one, if you want to create the new name in the Excel sheet by using the long cut process means, that means first time I already told you that this is the shortcut way to create a name. And then next by step process, that means a long cut process is click on the first option, that means new button. If you click on the new button means new dialog box will be appeared over here. In this new dialog box also same names, that means name and then scope and then comment. At last, you can see two buttons like OK button and cancel button. And this is the new dialog box. I want to create some new entry in this name manager dialog box. I'm writing the name like file. I'm creating name as file and clicking on the OK button. And if you are clicking on the OK button, then it will go to the name manager dialog box. Here, the second name is file. I didn't create any values over here. That's why it is living as an empty. And in this dialog box, if you want to delete either any of these two records, means select that record. That means place the mouse pointer at the record and click on that record. That means it will be highlighted. If the record is selected, then go for the delete option. If you are clicking on the delete option, it will ask one question like, do you want to delete? That means one pop-up message will be appeared on your screen. Do you want to delete? One question mark with yes button and no button. If you want to delete, means click on the S button, then the record will be deleted. If you want to place this as in the name manager only, means then click on the no button. Then the file will be appeared in the name manager only. And the first one is the shortcut way to create a new list. And the second way is the edit. And the third way is the by using the new option, that means step-by-step process by using the options in the menu bar. And the next option is delete option. And at last, filter option. Here I am taking only two records here. If in this name manager there are 100 records in this dialog box, means if you want to filter something in this record, then click on the filter option. It will be displayed as A to Z option and Z to A option. That means ascending order and descending order in this dialog box. And if you don't find any record from this, means then automatically you go for the filter option and filter these records and then get answers from this dialog box. This is the way to filter from thousands of records or hundreds of records. The filter option is useful. For only two records, it is not necessary. And this is the way to create shortcut key for creating names, and then already added name will be edited by using the edit button. And the next process is creating a new name by using the step-by-step process. That means going for the formula bar and selecting the name manager dialog box and then clicking on the new button, and again new dialog box will be appeared, and then creating some new name and clicking on the OK button, and then again name manager dialog box and then click on the close button. And this is the last one, delete option. If you want to delete some record from your name manager, then you can delete the name box. And then filter, I already told you that. Here I am taking the again one sample sheet here. That means columns and rows A, B, C, D, row 1 and row 2. And here is the name box. This is the sheet 2 and this is the sheet 1. And clicking on the sheet 1, the new sheet will be appeared. That new sheet is an empty sheet, and going for the name and name box and clicking on this name box, then cursor will be blinked here. And here I am typing name as record 2. If I am creating or entering name as record 2, then it will show the selected one. That means already selected ones is P, Q, R. It will be displayed over here, or it will take into the previous sheet also. In this Excel sheet, I am created the name manager for only P, Q and R only. If you want to create the name manager for total entire sheet, means select the data where you enter in your Excel sheet. I am selecting the A2 cell and dragging towards the C4 cell. That means from A2 cell, A2 cell and C4 cell, then automatically the entire data will be selected. After selecting the data, go to the name manager and create each and every column as an separate one. Here I already created one record and then file. And if you are clicking on the new option, means then again new dialog box will be created. Here I am not at all selecting the data, and again I am giving the name here. That means I am creating a new list for name. That means for column A only I am creating the new list, and again click on the OK button and then again click on the new button. Same dialog box will be appeared. In this, the second one is an designation. I am creating designation name here. Click on the OK button and then go for the name manager and again click on the new option. Again new dialog box will be appear. The third column is the salary. Here I am creating a salary and click on the OK button. And now I created three names are created in the name manager dialog box. If I am clicking on this option, means name box, means it will show the names like record 2 and the second record as file and the third record as name and fourth record as designation and the fifth record as salary. This first two are already created at the previous time, and these three are created now only. That means for these three columns I created the name manager by using the new dialog box in the Excel sheet. You can edit something in the created ones, or if you want to delete this previous created ones, means selected this one and click on the delete option. This is the creating names in Excel sheet. And the next one is advantages of functions. And the next one is advantages of functions. By using these functions, we can calculate the percentage or sum or subtraction, multiplication, whatever the mathematical functions are there, we can use that functions in the Excel sheet. How we can use that functions means, first of all, take the data in the Excel sheet. For each and everything, we have to take some data. A column, B column, row 1, row 2 and row 3. After taking the Excel sheet, here I am writing the data as 1, 2 and again 1 I am taking, and 1, 2, 1 I am taking. This is the data I entered in the Excel sheet. After entering the data, you can see the formula bar at the upside of the column headers. And then, what is the advantages of this functions means by using this data, I can add or subtract or multiply whatever the mathematical functions are available in the Excel sheet. I can use that mathematical functions or logical functions and apply that functions to this Excel sheet. And here creating an Excel sheet and then go for the formula. That means click on the formula tab and then you can see insert function option. This is the way to go in step-by-step process. And for the shortcut process is in the column header, above the column header you can see the formula bar. Click on this formula bar, then cursor will be blinked here. Then directly you can enter the formula in this formula bar. How the formula bar can be entered means first equal sign has to mention. Before writing formula, must and should you have to use equal sign. Without equal sign, if you are writing the formula in the formula bar means it won't accept. It will display an error message. For that purpose only, we are displaying equal sign in the formula bar. And this is an equal symbol, equal sign. And after equal sign, I have to write some operation. That means whatever the operators are there, by using that operators and function name should be appeared here. That means I am writing sum here. This sum is an function name. After equal symbol, we have to represent the function name. And then I am using brackets. Why I am using this brackets means I have to enter some cell reference IDs within this bracket. If I am not entering the brackets in the formula bar means it will display the error. It will take it as a data only. It won't take it as a formula. And for writing the reference IDs, I am creating one bracket. And after this is the open one. And then cell reference. That means here I am taking A1 to B3. And here A1 cell is appear. And the reference one is A1. And the last cell reference ID is B3. And this is the close. In the middle, I have to present some operators. By using the reference operators, we have three types of reference operators. One is colon and one is comma and next one is space. Here I am using the colon symbol for separation. And then if I write the formula in this Excel sheet means it will take the data and calculate and it will be displayed the result in some other cell. I want the result in A4 cell. I am selecting this cell and writing formula in this cell. After writing formula, that means sum A1 to B3 and closing. After completing the formula, press the enter button from your keyboard. If you are pressing enter button from your keyboard, then automatically it will display the answer in the active cell. Here it will take from A1 cell to B3 cell, means in A1 cell 1 and then A2 cell 2 and A3 cell 1, B1 cell 1 and A2 cell 2 and B3 cell 1. It will take the data and then it will calculate and it will display the answer in the A2 cell. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That means it will display the answer 8 in the A4 cell. This is the way to enter formula in the formula bar. You can enter this formula directly in the formula bar. And the next process, that means step-by-step process, is by selecting options in the menu bar. That means select the formula bar, formula menu, and then insert function. One dialog box will be appeared. In that dialog box, you can see the category. That means function category. All types of functions are available in this category. Select the category. Here I am selecting the reference or mathematical or statistical. Here I am selecting the statistical category, and then here it will display types in the statistical operators. That means maximum or minimum and etc. And first click on the category and then select the type you want and then click on OK button. Then this will be applied into the function. This is the longer process and this is the shortcut process. I already explained this insert function in the previous section, and this is the way to create the shortcut way to enter formula in the formula bar. And by using this function names and by using the equal to symbol, and in this A1 is an reference name, that means cell reference. This is a cell reference name, starting cell reference name and ending cell reference name. These are the functions, and these functions are used to calculate the values in the Excel sheet. By using these functions, we can calculate the data very easily. And if you are not using functions in the Excel sheet, means we have to calculate one by one. It will take long time, and maybe it will be a wrong answer also, but the system won't be wrong. It will calculate very easily by using formula. What we have to do means we have to enter formula correctly. Then means according to this formula and the data will be the answer. If you are writing formula wrong, means then the answer will also be wrong. If you are taking some wrong data, means then it will display the wrong result. If the data and formula both are in correct direction, means then the result also will be in the correct. If you are taking something wrong, means it will display the wrong. System won't make any wrong thing. According to our instructions only, it will display the result. And the next topic is the database functions. And the next one is database functions. Functions are available in Excel. They are mathematical functions, logical functions, statistical functions. These are the functions available in Excel sheet. But these are the database functions. We have different types of database functions. The first one is here for each and every function I am creating the name as before D. That means database, count, and count A, database count A, get sum and then STDAV, that means standard deviation, P, and variance and then these are the functions, and one more functions also available here, that means is maximum and minimum functions, and these are the functions available in the Excel sheet. For this function, D function, that means database count, it will calculate the count. That means if I am taking some data in Excel sheet, here I am taking the data in the Excel sheet 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. This is the data entered in the Excel sheet. After entering the data in the Excel sheet, if you give the database function as D count, then it will calculate the data which is entered in the Excel sheet. And what is the difference between count and count A means? Count A will be calculate only the non-blank cells only. It will calculate the entered value cells. This is the difference between the count A and count. And get data. What is the database get means? If you enter something in the Excel sheet, then if you give the function name as dget means it will get the data and display in the result. That means it will return the data and display in the Excel sheet. And then sum function, whatever the data you entered in the Excel sheet, that will be calculated and gives the result in the Excel sheet by using this sum function. And STDEV and STDEVP. What is the STDEV and STDEVP? STDEV means standard deviation. This standard deviation calculates the population based. That means it will calculate the population, but it will calculate only the sample population only. And P means it will calculate the entire one. Whatever the data you entered in the list, in that data it will take the entire population and it will calculate. Variance and variance P. And this is also same. It will, by using this variance, it will calculate the variance of sample population, and this will calculate the entire population. According to the data only, it will display the result. And these are the standard deviation and variance. Both are same. Both will take, that means standard deviation and variance, both will take the sample and sample population and sample population, but the result will be different. According to this standard deviation, it will be appeared in that Excel sheet, and according to this variance, the result will be showed. And then the maximum and the minimum. Maximum value. Database maximum means here I entered some data in the Excel sheet. But in this Excel sheet, the data is same. There is no maximum value and no minimum value. If I entered this function in this Excel sheet, means it will display the maximum value as 1 only. Why? Because in this Excel sheet I didn't enter any different values. I entered only the same values in the entire Excel sheet. If I enter something different in this Excel sheet, means then it will display the maximum value as 2. And the next one is minimum value. That is a database minimum value. It will check the entire worksheet. Whatever the data you entered in the Excel sheet, it will check and it will display the minimum value. By using this minimum value, you can check either it is correct or wrong. Here the minimum value is 1 and the maximum is 2. And these are the database functions available in the Excel sheet. And one more function is also there. You can see, you can display that as product, maximum, minimum, and then product. If I am taking this data in the Excel sheet and entering this data and selecting this data and go for the product option, calculate this data and displays the answer in the Excel sheet. This is the functions involved in the database functions. Mathematical functions, statistical functions, logical functions, or lookup and reference functions. These are different to the database functions. In database functions, we can see this one. In statistical function also, you can see the maximum function, minimum function, count function, and product function. These are all available in the statistical functions also. But difference between the statistical functions and the database functions is, here it will display the data according to the worksheet. In that worksheet, if the data is entered and empty, means it will display the answer as wrong. If the data is entered in that Excel sheet as a numbers, means it will calculate and it will display the result. If in this Excel sheet I am taking the sample over here. For example only, I am writing in this text tool, office, and then pen, color. I am entered some data in this Excel sheet. If I am selecting this data and applying this maximum, minimum, and product and some functions to this Excel sheet, means it won't appear. Why? Because means this is an text. According to the functions, it will take either numbers or either data, depending on the function name. These are the functions available in the Excel sheet. And the first concept is the creating names, and the second one is the advantages of function, and the third one is database functions. That's it. I hope you understand. Thank you.